Ruslan Provodnikov versus John Molina. This is my last minute prediction. The fight takes place a couple hours from now. This is a fan favorite fight, I think it's fair to say. Neither one of these guys is viewed as one of the top fighters in the division at the moment, but they are viewed as value for money fighters. Provodnikov has been in several wars. John Molina the same. They've got a mutual opponent in Lucas Matisse. John Molina did a lot better against Matisse than Provodnikov did. But Matisse's approach to both of those fights was very different. Against John Molina, Matisse just came straight forward and did the usual Matisse thing. But against Provodnikov, Matisse actually got up on his toes, so to speak, boxed on the back foot against Provodnikov, and he did so very effectively. Him and Provodnikov are about the same height, but Matisse has longer arms than Provodnikov and obviously much better boxing skills. He'd shown flashes of those boxing skills in previous fights, like when he fought Zab Judah, for example. But against Provodnikov, he really put his punches together and boxed very, very nicely on the back foot. Really beat the crap out of Ruslan Provodnikov in that fight. That was definitely the worst beating I've seen Provodnikov take. And Provodnikov has a tremendous chin. And that's something he may need here against John Molina. And Molina, as I say, when he fought Lucas Matisse, they just met head on. You know, toe-to-toe, brawling, swapping knockdowns and all that. Early on, Molina was having some success. But as the fight wore on, Matisse started taking over more and more. And he eventually got John Molina out of there. I'm very interested to see what John Molina's approach will be in this Provodnikov fight. Will he try and swap punches, or will he try and box a little bit? He's not a particularly good boxer. I haven't really seen that many fights where he's even tried to box. So I'm not sure exactly how capable he'll be trying to take advantage of his height and reach and move around a little bit. Not sure how well that'll go if John Molina tries to do it. I think he has to try, to be honest with you. I think if he comes forward and slugs with Provodnikov, I think Provodnikov has got the better chin. He throws the shorter punches. He's got a lower center of gravity. His chin is lower. So for a big, tall guy like Molina, who's, what is he, 5'9", 5'10", he might, even though he didn't find it difficult against Matisse to land his shots, he managed to get off shots pretty nicely and pretty cleanly against Matisse. I feel that even though Provodnikov is around the same height as Matisse, he's more compact. He's more compact around the neck area, shorter arms, more compact torso. And I just have the feeling that it will be a little more difficult for Molina to land clean on Provodnikov than it was against Matisse. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. You know, it's not like Provodnikov has got a good defense. He don't. He's got a terrible defense. But he will try and keep his hands up and block some of the wider punches that Molina throws. So, yes, it's going to be interesting to see what tactics Molina employs here. As far as Provodnikov, he only can fight one way, and that's going forward, seek and destroy. There's nothing else that Provodnikov can do. So we know exactly what he's going to do. The question is, what is Molina going to do here? You drop your comments in the comment section below, people. How do you think John Molina is going to approach this fight? Will he try and be a bit tactical? Will he try and box a little bit? How successful would he be with that? The thing about Provodnikov as well, I have to mention, is that he does swell quite easily. That face does get puffy and he does get marked up. So Molina may not have to be Sugar Ray Leonard in there to make his back foot boxing effective if he decides to do that. He just has to land enough shots, jabs, straight shots on Provodnikov's eyes to swell him up. And maybe then he can start exchanging a little bit more once he's got Provodnikov under control. So this really, you could see it as a pick-em fight. It's definitely a crossroads fight. I don't really have any strong inkling about who's going to win, but I do have a slight inkling, a slight leaning towards Provodnikov. Just a slight one. And again, the reason I say that is because I haven't really seen John Molina box on the back foot. Maybe he did it in tiny little spots against Matisse, but for the most part, I've never really seen him box on the back foot or be very effective doing that. I don't think his chin is as good as Provodnikov's. And I think ultimately he will get drawn into swapping big, heavy shots. Maybe he's just too big for Provodnikov though. I don't know. Maybe that physical strength and the size and the height and reach. Maybe, but nah, I'm going to go with Provodnikov in this fight, people. I'm going to say that he's going to stop John Molina. I'm not sure when, but I'm going to take him to win this fight by stoppage or knockout. Drop your predictions in the comment section below. Let me know how you think this fight is going to go and how you see it panning out. How do you see the fight starting? How do you see it progressing? How do you see it ending? Will it go the distance with these two big punches? Let me know in the comment section, people.